Hi, I thought I'd touch base. It has been a while. Probably about a month and a half or maybe a little bit longer since I posted a video. Maybe closer to 2 months. Due to the fact I did post one old video from South Dakota when I was back there in 2021, and I still got I'm so far behind on videos. Just tons and tons of old videos that I have not posted. Anyway, we are a little over 6 months into homelessness. Just, it's just could be better. A lot going on. I am still, I've been really busy. I'm working. I know some people have commented on my videos and said, blah, 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 get a job, do this, do that. Okay, for the record, I have a job. I've had a job for a very long time. I've always worked. Anyway, but just with rent prices where we're at and whatever, I've just, we can't afford to pay the rent, and I got a lot of other stuff going on too, but, that kind of sets me back. But I mean, rent is just, it's just, I can't afford it. Anyway, but I do work. And that pays for, what I need. It pays my credit card bills. It pays my, whatever. Pays everything what I need, food. Anyway, but it's been a little over 6 months since I posted. I mean, not little 6 months over. What am I saying? My brain is not working. We're 6 months into homelessness. I have not posted in about 6 weeks. Anyway, but I just thought I would get on here real quick, post a video, because I have some other old videos and I know they're going to look really weird and out of place, because I have two where I'm actually wearing hats, and it was back in February when it was cold, or January, February when it was cold, and anyway, and I was like only 3 months into homelessness or whatever, but I got my car fixed. I had like a rack and pinion problem. I got that fixed. Now the engine light came back on in Jeff's car, and that is, I don't know. We don't know. He took it in, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. Anyway, so right now we're just at our nightly spot. A lot of other people park here, so whatever. I have been having some issues on my back. There's a lot of road work in the area that we're in, and I had to do some of my work because I also work in addition to working a regular job, I also do some side hustles and work on my computer, and I was doing some of the work inside the car, and I think just sitting in the seat too long might have made my back hurt a little more. Maybe, I'm not sure, but my back is really hurting really, really bad. Plus, I pulled it. I'm not sure if I pulled it out or I just pulled the muscles. I'm not really sure on that, what I might have done, but I know that I can't remember what I was doing. But anyway, so I hurt my back, and I'm still trying to, get that. And I need to go back to chiropractor. I just haven't. There's a lot of stuff I need to do. I need to go back to the chiropractor. I need to go get my eyes examined again. The dentist, that kind of went on the back burner. I need to, they keep pestering me. My doctor keeps pestering me because I need to go in for my mammogram and all my yearly everything needs to be done. I got a lot of stuff needs to be done. And some more tests. And the last time I was tested, my liver function was off. It was high. And and I'm coming up pretty close to where I'll have to go back in and get that retested. Hopefully there's nothing going on there. I don't know. I hope. But anyway, the liver function is too high. So hopefully there's not any issues there. But anyway, thought I'd get on real quick, just touch base. It's getting late. It's about 8 o'clock or 8:30. I'm hungry. I'm eating a lot less now than I was. But anyway, 6 months into homelessness, and this is just like chit chat. Thought I'd get on, touch base, because I haven't actually touched base in a while. I did get some stuff done on my on my on my car. Anyway, on my car, like I said, I got the rack and pinion steering. Anyway, I cleaned out the trunk. I went to my storage unit a couple of days ago. I got that done. That's like about 45 minutes from where I'm at. So, but anyway, I got that done. I did have this big blue bin carrying all my stuff, so I took all that out and just went back to my duffel bags. But anyway, it is... it's like I don't even know what I'm doing. I mean, I feel like I'm all over the map. I'm trying to work, but I'm not getting, I'm not doing my videos. I used to do the videos a lot because I was, just every place I went when I was traveling. And I know that some people brought that up too, that watched some of my videos. They brought up and wondered, what's your story? Because haven't you been homeless for a while? And, and the answer to that is no. There's a lot, there's a whole long big story, a lot of stuff that happened, and I think I've went into it, and I've certainly talked about it on my blog, because I think I talk more on my blogs than I do in the videos. It kind of gets mixed up, because I have old videos that I'm putting out, I have new videos I'm putting out, then I come back and put out one or two videos that I, like from 2 months ago, and I'll put those out. So it's all kind of mismatched or mismashed or whatever. But the answer to that is no. I was not officially homeless back in 2021, for instance, when I went to South Dakota. I was not officially homeless. I traveled a lot, and I slept in my car when I did, or I slept, or whatever vehicle that I was in. I would sleep in it because I just don't like hotels. That's just a pet peeve of mine. Anyway, but that, and that pretty much explains that. I would just go to, I just slept in my car because I like to. I don't like anyway, just don't like motels. But anyway, so I was traveling a lot, but then I would come home. I would go back to the Outer Banks where I was renting a boat. I was renting the boat, and I still have access to be able to go back, but I'm behind on the rent, and I fell behind on the rent when we got into litigation, so that's a big issue. I still owe like $7,000 to the attorney that was handling our litigation. I'm still handling that. I finished up the briefs not too long ago, did another brief for a court date. And long story, I'm not even going to go into it. Anyway, I'm not even going to go into it because we ended up not being able to go because it's in the Court of Appeals. So it's just a lot going on, and with work. And part of that is the reason that we're in the situation. The litigation is part of the reason we're in the situation we're in. One, it just completely maxed out my credit cards. It's just, just completely drowning. It's just completely drowned us. But anyway, so that is basically what I wanted to say or touch base. I have not officially been homeless. Like 2 years ago, I was not officially homeless. I would travel, and then I would come home. I would either go to my boat, or I would, come stay with, family or whatever. But I wasn't officially homeless. I have officially been homeless now, officially since November. Now, I was traveling before that, but I'm going to call it official homelessness. And my ex-husband, who is with me, he officially became homeless 6 months ago, November 13th, actually. So but before that, I wasn't. And then in November, when I guess the official homelessness started, and I call it official homelessness because I did not have a safety net. I had no one in my family I could turn to. Just a lot of stuff going on there, a lot of just a lot of drama, whatever. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that, and I just couldn't I didn't have that safety net. I didn't have and I didn't have an emergency fund either. So, and then I had started to build my emergency fund up, and then my car, had an issue, and that just pretty much, I was like $2,600 to replace the rack and pinion steering, and I had no choice on that. And it had to be done at the dealership. It couldn't be done at a regular shop because of all the programming and all the computer and all the stuff. It's totally electronic. Anyway, and that really set me back. So I'm trying to get ahead again, and now his car engine light came back on again. The last time they worked on it, that wasn't as bad. And I also know some people on my that watched my video also had said something about getting rid, blah 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 blah. He's an ex, get rid, whatever. He's been a big support, and I've been support to him. So as far as getting rid of him, whatever, I could, I guess, whatever. But, that's a whole other thing, and I'm not really going to go into that. And he too works. He's been working. He's having a lot of problems though, because he's severely diabetic, and he has diabetic neuropathy in his feet, and he can't really feel his feet at all anymore. I mean, he can a little bit. At night he tries to walk around, he said, on the concrete because he just can't feel his feet. So and that's, I guess, pretty, and there's a lot of pain, a lot of problems, and that's pretty well normal. He's on insulin. The doctor was actually pretty happy with him the last time he went in. He's gotten his A1C down, but it's still not quite low enough. But she put him on, it's not Ozempic. I think it's Rybelsus. It's a pill form. Anyway, it's like Ozempic, but Ozempic's like a shot. Anyways, and of course he's taking pills too. He's taking a bunch of pills. He's, whatever. So, but anyway, another thing that's bothering me in my car, I think, is my seat does not go flat. And I know some people had also mentioned trying to make a bed into the trunk. And that's a good idea if I had the option to be able to do that. But there's both of our cars have a metal bar, if you want to call it that, a metal bar or metal piece, and from the trunk from the back seat to the trunk. I don't know why they did that, but they did, and so neither car will be able so the seats cannot fall forward, basically. I mean, they can't really fall. They can't fall forward, basically. I mean, I know mine, I don't come forward. Now his there's little rectangles that'll, like a little rectangle in the seat that'll come down, basically. So it's just like a little tiny rectangle in the seat that'll come down. Anyways, just, and so I wanted to address that. Also, I know some people had said something about, I already work, and I am not, and I know some people had suggested DoorDash, which that's actually, for me, maybe an okay idea, but I'm not too keen on doing the DoorDash. I can do it. I have done it. I'm not real keen on it because I'm trying to keep the miles on my car. Now the miles are good. I mean, the miles are really, really good. I mean, I've only got about 87,000, so that's good. But me doing DoorDash, I'm reluctant to do anything like that, or do anything that requires me to drive my car a whole crap load, because, the more I drive it, the more repairs I'm going to have to do. So, and I don't want to do repairs. So, and maintenance is so expensive on this car. I mean, it's like, you walk in, you do a couple flushes, it's like $1,000. I mean, it's insane. Anyway, so that's one reason that I'm not opting to do DoorDash or anything else that requires me to drive my car a whole lot, because of the fact that I don't want to end up putting on a lot of wear and tear, a lot of miles, and doing more maintenance and more repairs and things of that nature. As far as him and his car, now his car it used to be my car, and And then the darn thing, we started having problems. I started having problems with it. It started dying in the road, and it took forever, and I don't even know. Finally, they replaced a fuel filter and cleaned the mass airflow sensor, and I think that cleared up some of it, but it's still having issues. The engine light came back on. As far as his car, excuse me, I don't know why, it's kind of stuffy in here. Anyway, but I put the windows up. It's kind of hot, but I put the windows up to drown out the noise. Anyway, as far as him, his car's just not really reliable enough to be trying to do DoorDash or do anything else. And his car has more miles. It's reading 127,000, I think, or 126,000, but I think it has 136,000 because they had to replace the cluster and it didn't go back to the correct mileage. Anyway, so I'm not exactly sure. It may be less than that. It may be only, instead of reading 126, I think, it might be 130. I don't know, 130. I just don't know. So it's anywhere from, I'm guessing, I think when I added it up, because I was driving it, I added 10,000 onto it, which is probably not exactly accurate, but it wasn't reading. The cluster went out, so I couldn't read. You couldn't actually read the mileage, and then I guess the mileage, it just quit, and then it didn't keep, I don't know, didn't keep up with the mileage, and then when they replaced it, it just went back to the mileage that it was when the cluster burned out. So, and I meant to get it fixed like right away, but I didn't. And I didn't really think it was a big deal because I just thought, okay, I just can't see. That was the only part of the dash I couldn't see was the mileage, and I thought, and the trip meter, and I thought, that's not that big of a deal. It's digital. I thought, it's not that big of a deal. I'll get it fixed. Well, come to find out, it is a big deal because when I didn't fix it, the car started dying and the theft light started coming on and dying in the road, and I don't know. I mean, it caused a lot of issues. I didn't really think it would, I didn't know it would do that, or I would have gotten it fixed right away instead of, trying to put it off, because I think maybe it was expensive because the cluster itself was the part itself was $600. And again, that was and it was an much older car, but again, it was another issue that had to go to the dealership because of the computer and all that. Anyway, so that's just this is kind of more like me kind of rambling a little bit, but I did want to address some of that stuff that people had talked about. Anyway, it is getting late, so I'm going to get off of here. I still need to eat anyway, 6 months into homelessness anyway, so that's what it is for now. Hopefully I won't wait 2 months before coming back and doing another video. Hope everyone has a good week. God bless. Peace.